Prisoner Jack wanted to escape a pit cell, and the sheriff surprisingly kept handing him different tools. The pit was nearly 3 meters deep, all around was packed yellow earth, and the only exit was an iron grate overhead. The sheriff said he could only draw tools at random. "You have 2 hours. If you get out, you win. If not, your sentence increases." This made Jack break into a sweat. First he drew a hat. What kind of tool was that? Helpless, he tried scraping a corner with it. It did nothing and only hurt his hands. Then the sheriff suddenly took the hat back and told him to draw again. This time he got a metal cup. Jack hurried to dig with it. The cup worked a little better, shaving off some soil, yet the pace was still painfully slow. Soon the sheriff took the cup away as well. Jack then drew a long knife. That was far better. Each chop knocked loose a big chunk of dirt. Just as he was hitting a rhythm, the sheriff confiscated the knife and swapped in a small shovel. Although small, the shovel was useful. He quickly opened a sizable hole. However, halfway through, the shovel snapped. He had to draw again. Now he pulled a hatchet. He hacked hard, knocking down lots of soil, and hope returned. He tried to squeeze out, but the opening was still too small. So he drew another tool. This time it was a stick. It seemed useless at first, yet it pried off the edge soil. He tried again. His head cleared the gap, but his body jammed. He had to keep widening it. Next came a sledgehammer. However, its weight and the tight space made it almost impossible to swing. His arms went numb, and he had to give up. At that moment, the sheriff reminded him, 5 minutes left. You may not make it. Jack still refused to quit. He drew a pickaxe. That felt heaven sent. He rallied and struck hard, and the exit grew wider and wider. A minute later, Jack began to climb. His head and torso slid through smoothly. Driven by survival, he ignored his exhaustion and finally pulled himself out to freedom. Yet the sheriff said, "Head back to the cell. I was only joking. If it were you, how would you escape?"